When Lil Baby was hot, he came out with the bigger picture and all this stuff. My Turn. He was, to me, a successful 2 or a successful 3. He's not a number 1 option in any way in the hip hop game to me.
Yo. We are Levi's Wise Guys.
Check out the full podcast. Link below.
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby from Atlanta.
Yo, can Lil Baby make a comeback?
This is so sad. Before you even start explaining stuff, I need a formal apology. Matter of fact, say it and write it out. I said multiple times, Lil Baby, you guys were crazy enough. That was crazy. Lil Baby's gonna be here for 5 years. He's gonna have a Lil Wayne type run.
Get your ish off. Get it off.
I said,
get it off.
Day one, I was like, this guy, he's good. I like Lil Baby, but hell no, he's not having no 5-year Lil Wayne. You know what Lil Wayne did?
Get it off.
Lil Wayne run. Really?
Hey, listen, you know, while you're getting it off, right?
Yes.
I'm glad. Are you happy now?
Yes, I am. I have a lot more, but it's all good.
Keep that. Matter of fact,
no.
Let it come out whenever necessary.
I need to think it through.
I'm just here to say, just get it off. I want you to get it all out because there have been times where you've been dead wrong.
Yes.
And I'm not here to. This is not tit for tat. I just listen. I gloat as needed.
I was right about Jack Harlow.
You were wrong about Don Toliver.
Jack Harlow is one of the best rappers.
You were wrong about Don Toliver. You were wrong about Gunna. How many people were you wrong about?
I was right. I was not wrong about.
I was dead right about a lot of people. You were dead wrong about a few. So I'm just saying, like we ain't. I don't want to play the game.
Okay.
I'm just saying. This is when I want you to get it off because you deserve it.
Thank you very much.
Going back to Lil Baby. Lil Baby he has been down bad damn near. I'm not trying to exaggerate either. I feel like Lil Baby, since his last album is Only Me, while there were some bangers on there, like I think some joints on there that people rock with.
I actually like that album.
I thought it was pretty good.
I liked it.
The problem was it's my turn. It wasn't my turn. Not only that, he just didn't have the hit that kind of like kept the momentum going that he needed to. And for that reason, album cycles come. Unfortunately, he's on the downside of his career. Now, with that being said, over the last year or in some change, I feel like he has been trying to make a very small comeback under people's nose. It's almost like I've never seen somebody try to make a silent comeback. It just feels like the comeback with Lil Baby is so silent. He just dropped a new song with Bossman Dlow called PJ. We all know Bossman Dlow was on the XXL list. He's probably the newest trap dude that everybody's excited about.
Something.
You know what I'm saying?
When something. Get her something.
Yeah, facts.
That guy.
He was also on 42 Doug's new album.
He was. Was he?
He was.
Doug, yeah.
He had a song called No Love.
Free the Guys. What was that?
Something about none for them and so I don't know, man. Who cares? At least I don't. He was also on Sexy Red's newest album.
He was.
The song was called Lick.
He was on We Still Don't Trust You too.
Was he on that?
He was on. Yeah, We Still Don't Trust You.
Yeah, he was on. He was on the second disc.
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken,
the bonus,
you're 100%
bonus
right.
records. Yeah.
But more importantly, I would say the song that's been giving him the most buzz in this stimulus package, how he's been attached to Central C, band for band. That song is making an impact. You may not love it. You may say, "Oh man, who cares?" Like I don't even care about his part. I'm telling you, that song is moving. You can see it. People are excited about that song, and it's not just because of Central. It's there's some synergy with the back and forth they had on that song, and I'm like, yo, is Lil Baby making a comeback? Q, talk to me.
He was also,
yes or no?
He was also on.
Oh boy.
He was also on. What's that guy's name? That's a complete killer who made
Killer.
Oh, Byron Messiah. He was on a Byron Messiah song.
Okay.
Talking just gutter.
Yeah.
Just like
Messiah,
gutter.
Messiah,
but anyway,
he's different.
Here's the thing. I think Lil Baby, from day one, I think Lil Baby finally recognizes how he can be useful in the hip hop game, right? Him and his people, I bet. Because, at the end of the day, this is not his fault. Let's talk sports. Let's equate this to sports.
Oh, boy.
And this is going to be a perfect analogy.
Don't say the name I think you're going to say.
No, I'm not going to say names.
Oh, I thought you were going to equate him to an athlete.
I'm going to to a position, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So, in the NBA, a lot of times this happens, right? Where you look at a guy, Bradley Beal, for example. You look at a guy like Bradley Beal, and by happenstance, the Washington Wizards said, Bradley Beal, you are a number one option. Anybody who knows basketball can look at Bradley Beal and say, you are a hell of a shooter, you know, you can play pretty good defense, but you ain't no one. So he was praised as a 1 when in actuality he should have always been a 3 or a 2. I think that's what happened to Lil Baby. When Lil Baby was hot, he came out with the bigger picture and all this stuff. My Turn. He was, to me, a successful 2 or a successful 3. He's not a number 1 option in any way in the hip hop game to me. So what's a number 1 option? Drake is a number 1 option. Kendrick is a number 1 option. They're the ones that it doesn't matter what you throw at them, they're going to find a way to make it work. You know, J. Cole's a number 1 option. We were trying to put Lil Baby in there, number 1 option, and he was never that to me. When we started giving him these number 1 options or giving him these number 1 type features, number 1 type expectations were placed on him, of course he's going to fail because he's not a number 1 option. Just like same thing with Bradley Beal. You're not going to win a championship with Bradley Beal as your 1. So now I think him and his people are putting him in positions where he's not the number 1 option. You go on a Byron Messiah song. That's how you get back to like role player like Gutter, Lil Baby that we need you to be. You go on a Central C song. I'm going to compliment Central C. Central C is the number 1 option. I'm going to compliment Central C. Notice how we like the features with Drake, right? Lil Baby and Drake. Because he's always going to be a second option to Drake.
It's a verse.
Because it's a verse,
Come
right?
through and put up a verse.
No matter what. And I like those songs. He now sees himself as that second option. And as long as he stays in that pocket, where it's like, yo, don't expect me to drop the greatest album in the world. Just expect me to come through on a verse, talk my talk, do me, and go home. Number 1 options don't get that. Number 1 options have to do something new all the time. They always have to reinvent themselves. They always have to kill features. They always have to stand out on every feature.
Okay.
You know, that's what I think happened with Lil Baby. And as long as he continues in that path, you know, he'll do well.
I like that.
That makes sense.
No, listen, I like that. You know, I like that for many reasons. Number 1, like I said before, you were right about him. Called it. Overrated. Is I believe most of the
overrated is harsh.
No. But that was the notion. Because
me,
that was the notion. And the reason why I say even you said it. I mean, it's not. Don't have revisionist history. Like these were the words that were being used. But I think based on the explanation you just gave, meaning when expectations that someone isn't necessarily suited for are put on them, and then we're trying to put them in a certain position where they're probably not going to succeed. Yeah, naturally in that position they're going to be overrated, right? Just if you're just looking at this from the grand scheme of things. Yeah. I like Lil Baby. I always liked him. I thought he was a breath of fresh air.
I like Lil Baby too.
I thought he was a breath of fresh air at the time. You can say whatever you want, rap. Like, call it whatever you want. His name's Lil Baby. It's very bland. But like, dude, there was something energetic he was bringing to these verses, to these songs. He was contributing a different level of, I would say, sort of personality and just energy to some of these songs years ago. But I agree, though. Listen, at the end of the day, we put too much stock into what he was able to produce, right? Like, and I think it just comes down to that. It's not that much deeper than that. Like,
it was good. I just think we got overly excited about, you know, what he could do.
But it's not. I blame like us as a community because we be so excited to crown somebody new.
That's exactly what it is.
Do you remember? Exactly do you remember how? Okay, let's just use Drake as an example, and we'll go just a little bit over.
No, it's a good compliment.
Dude, look how long Drake been on top. It's not normal, yo. It's not normal for someone like Drake or just anybody to be a top tier, making impact, that you add them as a feature, if they're a stimulus pack. It's not normal for somebody like Drake, and I would dare say Kendrick and Cole. They have extended their shelf life.
They've extended their shelf life.
Travis Scott's another. But he's extended his shelf life from your average rapper in terms of how long your average one stays in the game. So with that being said, I feel like a lot of these dudes who we've been relying on in hip hop, they've kind of been around for a little longer than we normally are used to. And so we naturally just want somebody to come in and just sort of take some market share.
For sure. I mean, but I
think that's really what it came down to with Lil Baby.
But I also think
he was the one.
It's
I will never forget this shit. The Game. LA Confidential, LA's Finest. We're going to talk about LA in a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Bro, he put out his top 10 list of rappers dead or alive. I will never forget that list.
Lil Baby at like 5.
He had Lil Baby top 5. And do you know some of these names that was on that list? He had some legends.
Yeah.
That just told you the temperature of how people felt about Lil Baby years ago.
I want to reiterate that.
So, by the way,
I mean, that was
of people who were wrong
outlandish,
about
by the way. I mean, I want to reiterate. That's why I wanted to bring up the option, because I could have easily been like overrated, but I don't think that's the case. I think also you as an artist have to always have a temperature and gauge of what your capability is and what I should hop on, right? And so I think that's a little bit of that. Like, if you look at Future, right? Future is a legend.
Of course.
Future is a legend being a second option. Future takes second option level. Yes, he does. He takes second option See, everybody hears first option and second option, and they think it's insulting. Just like the Batman and Robin. Somebody made a good point. They were like, Joel Embiid's Batman and Tyrese Maxey's Robin. They're both superheroes, right? Just to call somebody a second option is not necessarily an insult. It's not an insult.
Okay, let's have that discussion.
So
I wasn't
like Jaylen Brown
I was
is
shaking,
a second option.
I was shaking my head, not to say I disagree fully, but and maybe I'll cut you off prematurely, but Future to me can play second option.
Yes,
but
he can.
He also
He can.
is a number one.
He can play.
So
number one.
that's what. So if you were going there, cool.
That's a great point, right? Because
if you weren't going there,
that's a great
I have
point.
a problem with
That's a great point because Jaylen Brown, right? Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown can play one. Any other team, Jaylen Brown's a one.
Yeah.
But on this team, that's a winning team. That's just won a championship. He's been utilized great as a second option.
True.
And he understands that, right?
True.
Future is someone who has clearly, like you said, he can play number one whenever he wants to. But Future does a great job of mainly taking second option level features.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's facts.
Like, for instance, Future be doing songs with T Grizzly and he plays the back. He plays the back, or he just kind of adds here and there.
I ain't gonna lie,
but he doesn't take away from the fact. Like, to me,
bro, I ain't gonna lie. I think Future got a record with everybody.
To me,
in the
he does.
game.
Number one option to me. Number one option to me is I look at this person's album. Oh, it says featuring Drake. I gotta hear that. Camila Cabello. I can care less about anything Camila Cabello had on the album. It said 2 Drake features. So
right.
I gotta listen. What does Drake do?
I get you.
Every single time I see a Drake feature, I'm like, what did Drake do? Every time I see a Kendrick Lamar feature, what did Kendrick do? What did J. Cole do? Oh, J. Cole is on this? I got to check. And we did that for Lil Baby.
True.
Oh, Lil Baby's on this? What did he do? And every single time it was just like, it didn't give me number one option. But, I mean, I think that's just, that's just kind of, that's just kind of how it is.
I get where you come. Last thing I'll say is, man, look, at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you right now, Lil Baby's problem and, hey.
See, I don't like.
What's up?
I don't like that word problem. I don't think it's a problem.
I'm gonna tell
He's
you.
had a successful career.
I'm gonna tell you why I use the word problem. It's not like you see. You're looking at the word isolated from what I'm saying. Like, yes, if I just say, "Hey, Lil Baby's a problem,"
Lil Baby's problem.
Yeah, but I was
okay. All right.
As it relates to him as an artist, right, and why he's not a number one. In my opinion, I feel like it's because he's not a good hook maker. He's not a musician to me, right? And I think like a lot of times, like you.
And a number one option got to be that. You know what I mean?
In my opinion, I feel like number one options typically are good at hooks, good or great at hooks, but at least serviceable. You can't be bad. We can't hear a hook from you, and then you're just it's like, bro, what is he talking about? Why is he? What? That's why Future is a great number 2 because he does hooks and he can do what he does on the verses.
But he's not gonna drop that explosive. Oh my God, Future's featured on this track.
Thank you.
I gotta hear this verse from Future. Most of the time, you're like, Future's feature. I'm not looking for a Future verse. I'm just looking to see like what kind of hook did he drop.
Hook and
is
song.
it gonna be hard?
It's hook, song,
you know what
energy,
I'm saying?
Banger, like there's so many other elements.
Oh, it features Future,
and that's why I use the word musician to describe Future. You can say whatever you want. You can call him a trap dude. I don't care. That dude's a musician. He knows how to make songs
for sure.
Right. And so anyway, I just wanted to say that. But
all right,
nonetheless, let's keep it pushing.
Listen to the full episode. Link below.